This week on the Jock and Nerd Podcast, we review Avatar: Fire and Ash, plus reactions to the first Avengers Doomsday teaser and the trailers for Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day and Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. James Gunn has found his Brainiac. The Oscars find a new home at YouTube and more. All in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, December 22nd, 2025.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. Why? I don't know.
Check one. All right, this is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up. We shot it, we heard it. We funny, disturb it. We shot it, we heard it. We spoiler alert. Oh yeah!
Ayo, what is up, listener? How's it going? Thank you for pressing play. And welcome to the Jock and Nerd Podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
And joining us, a fella who loves Avatar so much, he recently blew himself. That's right, he covered himself in blue felt. They call him the Navigator because he has a Navigator. It's Rug Boy. What's up, Rugs?
You know, I can tell from the way that their tail moves.
Is that how? How can you tell? Oh.
Yeah. But, it's good because I get to pair them together and then they're happy forever.
I can tell by how that one was.
You know, you should really talk to Unwatu over there. He's got a twinkle in his eye.
Rugawari. I can tell by how they ride their dragons. It's very obvious.
Yes.
So
how to properly train your dragon.
Stupid Navigator. Yes, how to properly train your dragon. It's a stretch.
How to train your dragon.
It's a stretch, but we got there. God damn it. All right.
And did we say a bad word?
No.
All right, good.
It's kind of clean.
It's a first.
We will be discussing Avatar: Fire and Ash. First, got a couple of trailers, got a couple of news items to warm up with, fellas. Let's get started.
The Jock and Nerd Podcast.
By the way, if it sounds like I'm a little sick, it's because I'm a little fucking sick. Everybody calm down. It's fine.
I'm calm.
No one asked.
No one asked. I was getting ahead of it. I'm feeling better for whatever that's worth. Anyways, though, fellas, first of all, Anthony, welcome back. We missed you last week. Maybe.
Thanks.
I don't know. Anybody miss you? Yeah.
I don't know. I can't tell if you missed me or not.
Oh, I'm going to say we did.
All right.
And
I'll take your word for it.
since Bilotti did a great job last week, but since you weren't here last week, we were talking about Marvel's marketing strategy for Avengers Doomsday and the teasers. And it came out that there was going to be 4 different little teasers that were only going to run in front of Avatar, one every week. So they would change them a week apart, meaning if you wanted to see them, you had to go see fucking Avatar 4 times a week apart. I did not like any of this. It was kind of annoying. And then throughout the week, everything starts leaking. The teaser, all the 4 or 5 teasers start leaking. The whole Spider-Man Brand New Day, apparently, trailer leaks online. And I'm like, the fuck is going over?
Oh, wow. I haven't seen any of these.
Yes, everything's leaked. And I was like, what the fuck is happening, Marvel? What is going on? You're blowing this whole marketing thing for Avengers Doomsday. Anyways, let's jump to, I went to see Avatar 3, Fire and Ash in IMAX 3D. We also had discussed all the possible trailers they were going to show. This was actually a instance where I was excited for the 30 minutes of trailers because I was expecting the Odyssey, the new Steven Spielberg, maybe a new Star Wars Mando and Grogu trailer, Avengers. You know what I got? I saw they played 2 trailers of movies that were already running that I don't even remember what they were. I'd already seen them. Then it was time to put your glasses on. And then they ran the Avengers Doomsday teaser starring Steve Rogers. And that was it.
Oh, shit.
Lame.
And for the first time, they only played like 15 minutes. I should have been happy the movie just started, but I was like, what the fuck? Where's the rest of these trailers? Anthony, let's start with you. What trailers did you see ahead of your screening of Fire and Ash?
I go to the Alamo. They usually do about 15 minutes of trailers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So a little bit abbreviated.
Yeah.
They did do, before even the trailer started, they did do a recap of the last two Avatars, which was great.
That's
I
nice.
needed that. As far as the trailers they showed, it was actually, I remember sitting in the theater and going, wow, this is going to be a crazy year next year in terms of big movies and box office, because there was a lot of appealing stuff. They did Super Mario Galaxy.
Okay.
They did the new Spielberg movie, Disclosure Day.
Oh, shit. Okay.
They did Odyssey.
Okay.
They did Mandu and Grogu.
Oh, fuck. The same
then-
one or a new one?
The same one.
Okay.
And then they did the whole like intro to like the Alamo.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden like scratched out, and then they did the Steve Rogers Avatar Doomsday. So I went, holy shit, this is awesome.
Interesting.
Great.
Okay, Ruggs, what did you get?
Same thing.
As who? Two people said two different things.
Oh, Anthony.
Oh,
Of course, we
okay.
just spoke before. I got the Odyssey. I got Grogu, and got the Doomsday. Steve Rogers.
And you saw it in 3D?
Yeah.
Fuck, I got nothing. I was like, what the fuck? So, we'll talk about Disclosure Day and the
I
Odyssey
literally-
trailer. It came out online.
I came in just as like the Grogu trailer was ending, and then the Odyssey trailer came on, and then it was then the Doomsday right before the movie started.
So there's reports that some people didn't even see the Avengers teaser. Like, this whole thing has been kind of a debacle. So let's just start with Avengers Doomsday. Anthony, first of all, do you like this strategy of these 4 teasers on different weeks? And second of all, describe the teaser for someone who hasn't seen the leaks or read the description, because it's not online.
So just to recap, because I wasn't aware of this, they're doing, if you go to Avatar next week, you'll see a different Avengers teaser.
Correct. There's one with Thor. There's one with Loki. There's one with Doom. And I think there's another one. I don't know who the 5th one's about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, those will all eventually go online if they already haven't.
Yeah,
Some of
maybe
them have.
after the 4 weeks or
The only
whatever.
one I saw that leaked was the Rogers one.
Okay, yes. And it was the actual thing, surprisingly.
You know what? I'm going to zag on this, and this maybe is my Marvel bias coming back, but I think it's a great idea.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And here's why I think it's a great idea, because everyone does the same thing with their teasers.
Sure.
They do just a teaser and that's it, right? It's the same
Yeah.
teaser you get. Whereas this, now, if they could control the leaks, obviously this would be better,
Yeah.
but this is more fun. They're doing
Yeah.
these character teasers.
Yeah.
I thought, even though I had seen the Chris Evans one with Steve Rogers returning as a leak,
Yeah.
when I saw it in the theater, I was like, this is great. Like, this makes me puts me right back into the feels. And if they're doing more of these, I think they have to do something different, because the brand has eroded since like Endgame.
Yeah.
And I think what they're doing, I mean, I think it's a worthy thing to do. Like, I think changing it up, doing the character teasers, I think it's actually a very good idea.
So I
think it actually builds hype for the movie rather than because here's the alternative. You just release the teaser.
Yeah.
And then you go another 3 months, and then you release another trailer.
Yeah.
And you just do the same thing over and over.
Who's in the other trailers?
What? There's gonna be a Thor one. There's gonna be a Loki one, I think, and then a Doom one.
What makes things important is if you make them important. So if you do something different, it makes the audience feel like this is different.
I mean, we are a year out from this movie also, right? It's way early. So the teaser, if you haven't seen it, spoilers.
Oh, I didn't recap it. You can go recap
Yeah.
it.
You want to recap it?
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick?
It's basically you come up to there's like there's a motorcycle.
Yep.
Camera pans up into this old house. You go in the house. You see some hands putting away like the uniform,
The suit in a box. Yeah.
yeah, and then you pans up and you see Steve Rogers holding a baby, and it ends with Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday. I think that's awesome. I'm just going to throw this out there right now as a prediction.
Yeah.
I think within the first hour of the movie, Tony Stark, Victor Von Doom kills Steve Rogers. And that's how you start that's how you go, oh shit, this is fucking crazy.
That would be a good way to start. Bruggs, what did you think of that teaser?
So this is obviously the Steve Rogers that went back in time to have his love life with Peggy.
Yep.
And he has a son. And I guess he's going to get roped into going into the from this dimension that he's in to go fight the secret war. And I wonder what's going to happen to the son, if he's going to be Captain America.
Who's the baby? Where's this baby?
Doesn't he have a son in the comics?
I don't remember. Well, look,
his name is Roger Rogers.
First of all, this thing to me,
His name is Mister.
It's just Mister. I saw a couple of like the screen grabs, and I guess it kind of got spoiled. But when it played, like it wasn't a real surprise that Chris Evans is coming back. And then he was holding a baby, and when it ended, and then it gives you a countdown. It says
the countdown too, yeah.
11 months, 29 days. Honestly, I was a little underwhelmed. I was like, that's it. It didn't really do anything for me. I hope the others are better. And then you'll notice also,
do you think it didn't do anything for you because it got leaked?
Maybe.
Because I'm assuming you watch every fucking thing. You watched the leak, didn't you?
No, last week's show, John was going to tell us. He's like, you want to know? And I was like, no, I don't want to know.
Right.
I want to watch it. But I just knew a little bit, but even just watching it, there was no reaction in my theater. And I was like, baby. And then I was like, that's it. And it's interesting to note, it says Steve Rogers will return. It doesn't say Captain America will return. There's rumors that maybe there's like it's Hydra Cap or an alternate Cap or this baby. This is his baby. But I like your guess that Doom will just show up and fucking kill him.
Here's what I think. Let me build on that.
Yeah.
Because this is exactly what I felt when I saw it. I think what they're going to do is the movie really picks up right there, right when Avengers Endgame has ended and he's starting his own life.
Yes.
And Doom shows up in that universe and takes off his mask, and Steve is confused because it's fucking looks like Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And then they fight, and Tony Stark as Doom kills him, and you're like, oh fuck. Like you're like, oh, you got the happy ending, and you're like, this motherfucker ruined it. And now you're immediately like, fucking kill Doom. I hate this motherfucker.
Yeah, that
and
can
he's
work.
playing on the emotion, because if you're going to cast Downey as Doom, you have to explore the fact that these heroes are looking at the guy they thought was a hero, and now he's a bad guy. Like that's the only way. If you're going to do this, you have to like milk that for as much as it's worth.
You got to establish
the biggest relationship in the Marvel universe is Steve Rogers and Tony Stark.
Yeah, you got to establish that rather quickly, right out the gate, and
not only establish it, but take advantage of the fact that like we're in this situation where Downey is Doom. So now let's play with the emotions that are immediately. There's so much to mine there if you play that right.
Was there any reaction in your guys' theaters when this thing played?
No.
Yeah,
I was at the Alamo. They don't really like react like that, but I was like, oh fuck, let's go.
Because I saw a video from like India, and these people were fucking losing their minds throughout the whole thing. I don't know if it was real or they added more.
It's AI bullshit. But I was in a packed theater, and the only audible thing that I heard was after it was over. A whole year? That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, we had to wait a year.
Oh, a whole year, he said. Okay. Yeah. And then people didn't know it's not coming out to a year. I don't know. I don't know about this strategy. I don't know about this marketing so far. It seems a little clunky. It has not got me in the feels or got me geek boner like the other Endgame and Infinity War trailers had, but these are
you're also it's not the same situation. When they were building towards Infinity and Endgame, there was a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
These the phase 4, whatever phase we're in, this phase after Endgame has been pretty clunky to begin with. So there's just not the same momentum. So they have a whole year. They're trying to build up a momentum throughout the year. And one of the ways they're doing that is with releasing a few different teasers.
I do think it will start right after that movie ends, because there were some rumors that like this movie picks up immediately, which would make sense. I do think
so as well.
Yeah.
I think what they're trying to do is two things, or one thing. One of the main reasons is I think they know that people haven't followed everything. So to make it easier for people, let's just pick it up right here. That doesn't mean everything we saw didn't happen. Right. Let's make it easier for the audience to understand where we're
picking up this story right back here. All that stuff does happen, whatever.
Right.
And like the OGs are coming back, right? This is another thing. I think we got Downey, we got Chris Evans, Hemsworth. You need the OGs back. They weren't in Chair Watch, but I think nobody thought that they weren't not going to be in this.
I think you got to kill him.
You have to, yeah. I think that's probably kill them or make them evil variants.
Right.
Make them antagonists. Turn it. So like maybe he kills this Chris Evans and he runs into another Chris Evans who's a bad guy. Chris Evans who's like evil Hydra nomad whatever from some fucking I don't know some bullshit as they were. But I was disappointed I didn't get to see all the fucking trailers in the theater. It's fine. They came out later. We're gonna talk about them. Listener, let us know. What do you think about this strategy? Did you like this first teaser? I hope the teasers get better in terms of their impact, but you can join this conversation. You can join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation. Jock and Nerd. It is a closed, exclusive group just for you. Link in the episode description. Get in there. Meet our listeners. There's spoiler threads. Fun, geek stuff. Okay, so these trailers that you guys saw, I didn't, were released online. Let's talk about them. I want to start with Spielberg's new movie. We finally know the title, Disclosure Day. It is coming out June 12th, 2026. Music by 93-year-old John Williams, who said he retired, but Spielberg will get him out. Ruggs, let's start with you. Well, what happens in this trailer? What did you think? What do you think this movie's about?
I'm going to say aliens.
Sure.
Seems alien-y.
She's making alien clicky sounds with her.
Yeah, so basically it's I don't know, it seems like the kicker to it is there's a woman making a news broadcast. We kind of follow her through the trailer, kind of having these experiences, and then she gets up, she's doing a newscast, and all of a sudden her voice starts to change and she starts making these clicking sounds. And they never really allude to what it is, but it seems like it's alien language or something.
Also, it seems like this local Kansas City weather report, like the whole world is watching the way they've cut this trailer. Just this local news report. Also, the animals are perking up and the deer are coming and the birds and stuff. Okay. Did it pique your interest at all, Ruggs?
Yeah, I just don't know what it's about or what's going on or what is it, but yeah, it's weird.
So, Anthony, last week we talked about this movie I knew about, but nobody knew anything about it. And now watching this trailer, I had this theory that it's going to be Spielberg revealing what like the government knows about UAPs, they call them, or alien life, and putting it out in the world. And that's kind of what this looks like. What do you make of Disclosure Day here?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like some sort of mystery with aliens. I didn't glean too much from the trailer about what it really is about, but I think that is actually a good thing.
Yeah.
I think what I'm excited about is you look at Spielberg's filmography, and he really hasn't done a sci-fi adventure type movie, sci-fi or adventure, like a big blockbuster type movie.
Yes.
That's an original idea in a very long time. He hasn't done one in 7 years. The last one he did was Ready Player One.
Yes.
Most of his 2000s, or a lot of his like 2010s, 2020s has been these like dramas or like musicals.
Yeah.
He's really gotten away from the things that a lot of people really enjoyed about him.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's still making good movies, but he hasn't done like your Raiders, your Jaws, your ETs, things like that, Jurassic Park. So I'm just excited about the fact that an original idea from the man himself, who is the king of blockbusters, is doing an original idea blockbuster in 2026.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up. He is undoubtedly the GOAT. The man is the GOAT. Has filmed directed every kind of movie, has had huge hits.
Well, I wouldn't say the GOAT, but he's up there.
He's up there, okay? Yeah. He hasn't had a big hit in a while. He is due. I'm going to work backwards from his movies. I'm going to name these movies, and you tell me when to stop when we get to what you would consider big Spielberg pop cultural event hit, okay? 2022 does The Fabelmans, which is kind of like autobiographical, right?
Yeah, that was nothing.
2021, he does West Side Story, which is actually pretty good. As a musical, Like he did a good job.
But it was good, but it was a remake, and no one it underperformed.
Correct. 2018, Ready Player One. This is a movie I love, sci-fi, lots of fun.
Good.
It's a good movie.
No one talks about it.
No one talks about it. 2017, The Post. I don't even know what this is.
It's a drama about the Washington Post.
Okay. The year before, 2016, The BFG, which is a Roald Dahl book, Big Friendly Giant, I believe. Nobody really talks about this. Okay.
Nope.
Bridge of Spies, 2015.
No one talks about that.
No one talks about that. Lincoln, I heard, is very good, but also long and boring.
It's long and boring.
2012. Okay, we haven't got to a hit yet. 2011.
There are hits. It's just there's nothing like pop culture.
Okay, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. You can tell me when to stop when we get there. Yep. War Horse in 2011. I've not seen it. Adventures of Tintin 2011.
Nah, that came and went.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Hell no.
Floppy Jock.
2008.
People don't like that movie.
Munich 2005. Very good movie.
Yes.
And an important historical event. War of the Worlds. Tom Cruise 2005.
I would say this movie, although people don't talk about it as much now, when this came out, this was a big deal.
I like the beginning of this movie, and it kind of falls apart.
What about when the Minority Report come out?
Wait, we're getting there.
Okay.
I would say War of the Worlds, I would put like a asterisk, like that could be the last one where people.
Okay. We're getting closer. 2004, The Terminal with Tom Hanks living in an airport terminal. A lot of people didn't like this movie. I thought it was very charming.
I liked it.
Small movie. 2002, Catch Me If You Can. DiCaprio, Tom Hanks.
That was a big hit.
Fucking great movie.
Yeah.
Do we think that would be the big hit?
I think that's a pretty big one.
We're going to go back a couple of more. Minority Report, 2002 also.
That was a big one.
This is a great movie. Minority Report is a great movie. The year before, 2001, you have him finishing Stanley Kubrick's AI, artificial intelligence movie.
I don't remember that movie at all.
It's okay. And then, this is where we're going to stop. 1998, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, you're not going beyond that. That's an all-timer.
So I'm going to argue that not since 1998 has he made something of that caliber.
You could make that argument. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I would say that my stop would have been War of the Worlds because I just remember when that movie came out, everyone was like, oh my God, Steven Spielberg is doing the H.G. Wells War of the Worlds and Tom Cruise.
Okay, let's say that's the biggest one. That was 20 years ago.
Right.
So,
I mean, you listed a bunch of movies. Some of those movies did make money. Some of those movies were like Oscar nominated, but you're absolutely right. Like none of these, which is why I'm excited about this.
Yes.
He hasn't made anything that has checked like multiple boxes where it's like great film, great box office, original idea, and like a little more palatable to a lot of the audience.
So it could be this one. Does he even still have that?
Who knows?
In him? Does he still have his fastball, as they say in the sports?
Yeah, I mean the Fabelmans made no money.
I want to see that because I want to see the story, but
the West Side Story, which has a built-in audience, underperformed. So his last two have not done well.
I mean, West Side Story was like 2021, which is a bad year. Yeah. But
what do you think, Ruggs? You think you still like Spielberg?
Yeah. And I just realized when we're doing this, like he did 2 movies with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, back to back.
And Tom Cruise has been in 2 Spielberg movies. He's been in Kubrick movies. He's been in a lot of fucking big time directors movies.
Did you see Cruise's next thing? Alejandro Inarritu?
Yeah. Oh, there's another big director.
Digger?
No, this next while we're on the top, like this 2026.
Yeah.
In terms of box office, but also just like the big boys stepping up. This is a good year.
They're coming out.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
Imran would say that you could just see all of this on Netflix on your regular TV and it'd be fine. It would be exactly the same experience as seeing
once Netflix buys WB, that's what's going to happen. You can stay at home, watch your movies. I don't got to go out anymore. Okay, look, talk about 2026. Talk about the big boys coming out. Finally got a full trailer for Christopher Nolan's epic, The Odyssey, showing us a bunch of epic wide shot scenes, some great images. Anthony, talk us through this. How did this make you feel? Is this going to be big?
It's going to be huge. Yeah, it's going to be huge. I still don't know what the Odyssey is about. You guys have said it to me numerous times. I think the first time Ruggs explained it, he explained a completely different story.
Yes.
No, I didn't. That's right.
or whatever. But I still don't know what it's about. I guess it's about this guy trying to get home to his wife.
Yeah, it's a journey.
Yeah. That said, I mean, for me, Nolan is, one of the all-timers as well. I don't always love his movies.
Sure.
Like Oppenheimer, I think is a really good film. I don't love it. I didn't love Tenet, but I love Inception and I love Memento and I love The Dark Knight. So he doesn't always, at least for me, produce the bangers, but I mean, he's doing the Odyssey, like a sword and sandals film. And he's got all the money and he's got all the cachet and he's coming off the Best Picture win. And I think it'll be really good. The two things I have with Nolan are, one, is the time going to be really fucking confusing? Are you going to play with time?
Even in this, I don't know why you would play with time in the Odyssey.
I mean, he did it in Dunkirk. You need to do it in Dunkirk.
He does it in everything.
Two, am I going to be able to understand the dialogue?
Will we be able to hear them, Christopher Nolan?
But everything else I know will be great. It's just those two things sometimes really fuck with my enjoyment of a film.
Ruggs, you know the Odyssey. We're looking at boats on the water and the Trojan horse and a quick shot of possibly the Cyclops. And then something comes out of the ground. I don't even know what the fuck's going on there. This looks epic to me. What do you think?
I think it's going to be interesting. I feel like good or bad, it's going to be worth watching.
Oh, yeah.
Just to see it unfold.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a fairly... It's a fairly epic story.
Yeah.
And so of course he's not going to do the whole thing. He's probably going to cut stuff out. It's going to be interesting to see what he decides not to do or what he decides to concentrate on.
I bet it's 3 hours long though anyways.
Yeah. But just watch Troy before and that way know
but
exactly
it looks like the Trojan horse is in this and all this shit, like that part is in this movie a little bit.
It might be. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see Matt Damon have to beat up a bunch of dudes who wants to fuck his wife.
Matt Damon. Yeah, you see Odysseus, you see Benny Safdie as Agamemnon. I like that poster with like the spinal column yellow bones on the back, whatever. Like that shit looks dope. And like they're on boats that are flooding. He shot this shit in the sea and in caves and on location.
All right. I asked a similar question a few weeks ago, but I'm going to ask it with more variables this time. Mm-hmm. Pick one. You guys all got to pick one.
Okay.
You got The Odyssey by Nolan.
Uh-huh.
You got Disclosure Day by Spielberg.
Uh-huh.
You got Dune 3 by Villeneuve.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Avengers Doomsday. You got to pick one.
Oh,
as your most anticipated.
Shit. All right. Fuck.
They're all 2026 as of right now.
If I'm going most anticipated, it's going to be Doomsday, but Odyssey is a close second.
Ruggs?
What I got to choose from? I got Odyssey, Doomsday,
Disclosure
Dune
Day.
Messiah, Disclosure Day.
and Dune Messiah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I want to see them all, but I'm curious to see what Disclosure Day is.
Okay. I would lean Doomsday because I'm just a Marvel homer, yeah, the Disclosure Day one really has me intrigued because if we can get the magic of old Spielberg back.
Yes, that's what we need. And then
I like Spielberg more than I like Nolan, and I like him more than I like Villeneuve.
But if you got Spielberg and Nolan and Villeneuve firing on all cylinders in 2026, holy shit.
It's going to be a great year. All three of those are great. And then you got, all the other films, Ratu, you got your, with Scrooge, you got Michael coming out.
You got a Spider-Man movie. You got a Doomsday movie.
You got Star Wars coming out. You got...
you got a Star Wars movie? Holy shit.
I think there's a Toy Story 5.
Yes.
I think there's you got the Mario. I think you got Jumanji 5 or 4. You've got a bunch of movies coming out.
Don't forget Godzilla.
Yeah. You got a lot of movies.
Nobody watched the leaked Spider-Man trailer anywhere? Did you?
No,
I didn't. Okay. I didn't know everything was leaked. But then when you look it up on YouTube, you don't know because people do the AI stuff.
Yes, there's
how do you find these leaks things, Imran?
The one. So I watched the Spider-Man one. It was kind of dark, but it was basically somebody recording their monitor as the trailer was playing, and it looks like it was from back in October. But they were still shooting. They just wrapped shooting on Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, and I could hear some of the dialogue. It seemed interesting. It was kind of dark. I was like, okay, whatever. I'll wait. So I think they need to put out that Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer either this month or I think they're going to put it out with the Super Bowl. But the sooner the better. Because I don't know who's fucking locking this shit down at Marvel. Are they intentionally leaking these things themselves? but it's wild how many things leaked last week. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know if they're intentionally. I don't know why you would intentionally leak bad quality trailers.
Yeah,
He's very leaky.
It's very leaky. Put a plug in it. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? These Avengers teasers, the Steve Rogers one is not on YouTube. So we're gonna wait a couple weeks. Maybe then they will all come out. Do you think that gets people buying tickets to Avatar 4 times though?
No, I don't know if they're trying to. Well, maybe. I don't know if that's the play there. I don't think that's like the end goal.
Yeah.
I think there's people that will do that, but I think it's just more they want to build hype.
Mixing it up, something different.
Yeah, they want to get people talking.
Interesting. All right, let's see if this gets people talking. Quick casting announcement from the James Gunn. They have found their Brainiac, and it's none of the names we mentioned. Brainiac will be played by German actor Lars Eidinger.
Oh, shit.
I know what you're saying. Who the fuck is that? Nobody knows. Ruggs, this dude recently was in Jay Kelly as the German cyclist is his role in Jay Kelly. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that guy's going to be Brainiac, Ruggs.
Oh, really?
What do you think about that?
He didn't really do anything in Jay Kelly that would make me think that he could be Brainiac.
I mean, he's just going to have a German accent. So it'll be like, oh, Superman? Is he
He's supposed to be Elon Musk or something?
Yeah. Anthony, just last week, James Gunn tweeted something like, I never said Brainiac was going to be in the movie, but Batista is not in the thing. And then here he's like, oh, here's our Brainiac. Any comments on Lars?
No.
It's probably fine that it's like an unknown German dude that you put in this fucking makeup and make him Brainiac. Like,
yeah, I mean, he looks weird. So he already this picture that you put in of him in Variety already looks like he just like sniffs glue. Yeah. I mean, he looks like he took class in the boiler room. Like this guy looks fucking weird. So there you go.
That's Brainiac. Good casting, James Gunn. Okay. Last thing I want to discuss, fellas, Anthony, I want to get your thoughts on this because this is kind of crazy. After more than 50 years on ABC, the Academy Awards are going to be on YouTube.
Oh, shit.
Google won a 5-year deal starting in 2029, outbidding Disney, NBC Universal, and Netflix to land the show. This is going to start in 2029. ABC has the broadcast until the 100th Oscar Awards. The deal runs from 2029 to 2033. It includes the ceremony, the red carpet, the Governor's Award, nomination announcements, everything.
Yep.
And all of it will stream for free globally on YouTube. Disney had been paying $75 to $100 million annually, but the AMPAS wanted more money despite declining viewership. For context, the 1998 ceremony, the year Titanic, Cameron's movie, swept, had 57 million viewers watch. Last year's show had 19.7 million viewers. But 2025 ceremony, highest rated in 5 years because it was simulcast on Hulu. Except if you remember, Hulu fucking cut the show early on their stream because someone scheduled it wrong or some bullshit. So, first of all, Anthony, thoughts on this and the new home of the Oscars in a few years?
I think it's a genius move.
I think it's actually probably really good.
I think it's here's why. Oscars. Here's why. Less and less people are watching TV.
Yeah.
Right. Like YouTube is basically like its own channel.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So people are watching YouTube. This can get this content out to the entire global audience. They don't have to cut multiple TV deals across the world.
Yep.
Furthermore, they have more control over what they want to show. So like in the recent years, ABC probably has been pushing the Oscars to make it shorter. So they've been cutting the awards and not televising all the awards.
Yep.
Now you can just play the entire show. And you can do it as long as you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
And people can watch it. And the cinephiles can watch the whole thing if they want. If people want to jump in and out, you can do that. I think it gives them more control. And I think that gives them a bigger audience than what ABC can provide. So I think it makes sense. Like, I think this is the YouTube is already the future. Like the future is here.
Yeah.
And I think this is, instead of putting it on like a streamer or something like that, put it on YouTube. YouTube can play a shit ton.
Did they do something that had this many spectators on it before live?
So here's the thing. YouTube has 3 years to actually fucking figure out how to do this, because I don't know if they've had a big live thing like this. The production of a live event is very different.
You remember when they tried to do the Netflix Mike Tyson fight and that thing went
disaster.
terrible?
It was cutting out. It was buffering. So luckily they got 3 years to figure out the tech. And I think creatively, Anthony, you're right. You could have a 6-hour show hosted by Mr. Beast. You could do all sorts of wacky things. You could have a lot of fun. And I think that was one of the drawbacks of the ceremony, was just the structure of it was always so weird. And now I think it provides them a lot of creative freedom to have fun with YouTube tech and live broadcast around the world. But it's a sign of the times. This is where everything's going. It is it's the second largest streaming platform.
Right.
Nope, like you said, nobody's watching linear TV anymore. So it's kind of crazy though that it's they get the Oscars.
Yeah, it is it's going to be different for sure. Like it's when you first read that, you go, "Whoa!" Like that's so different than what I'm used to. But when you think more about it, I think it makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense, and it is like you said, it's a neutral ground. Like because ABC had stakes involved, whatever, because they got movies and things, but they don't. YouTube doesn't make movies. This is a neutral territory that everyone will be equal. So.
I'm not even looking at it for that. It's a different person. I didn't look at it like that.
Yeah.
I looked at it more like ABC. There's just constraints, right? With a live audience, you got to finish the show in 2 or 3 hours or whatever you want. You got the news coming on. They always had to rush people off the stage.
Yep.
That it's a whole thing, and maybe people don't want to. Maybe that helps the show, but I think now they can just kind of play the show out the way they want.
You could have more musical performances. You can
do whatever. You could have no musical. You could do,
You could do whatever. You could have multi-screen, like behind the backstage at the same time and jump to different channels. Like it could be a lot of fun. Ruggs, does this do anything for you? Do you like this? Does it make sense?
I feel like they're going to do what Coachella does.
What do they do?
That's
or like
that's on
Lollapalooza,
YouTube.
same thing as a stream.
They do it on YouTube, and they do it like 4 different channels.
Yeah.
You could hop between them, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. So maybe they'll do something like that.
I do like the Lollapalooza presentation on YouTube. Like if it's something like that, it's a different thing, but they're just going to have to figure out their live broadcast.
Well, they've been doing live. They've streamed stuff live for a while. Now, have they done it to this scale? I'd have to look it up. But this isn't the first time they've live streamed things.
Well, they got sports and things, but those, I think the live feed is like provided from other things. So they just have to run it. But it's very exciting. This is the future, people. YouTube, this little fucking thing that we had silly, stupid videos on there not too long ago.
Monkey sniffing its butthole.
Now has the fucking Oscars. What?
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? All right. Before we take a break here, Anthony, 2 quick questions. Did you see the Supergirl teaser?
I did.
What did you think of that?
Well, that looked all right.
Yeah, they're making a Guardians of the Galaxy movie with Supergirl.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
That's what he's doing. And you got Lamoma, Jason.
You got a very brief look at Lobo.
Yeah. She looks great.
I mean, it's like it looks, it looks like James Gunn directed it, even though he didn't.
I know, isn't that funny? And he did not. But you would think he did. But looking at this fucking teaser trailer. Yeah. Did you see that fucking wild Street Fighter teaser?
I did. I like that one a lot, actually.
Really? I know.
That one actually caught my interest.
Yes. That almost, we were talking about that more than the Supergirl one. We're like, holy shit, look at this fucking great. The trailer looks like it was made by AI, but it's a real fucking movie.
Here's what I thought on. I thought I really liked it. Now I have some friends that were like, I hate that. That looks stupid. Here's the thing about Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Similar to Mortal Kombat, but even more, I think sometimes even more Street Fighter. It is inherently a dumb thing.
Yeah.
Like this is dumb. It's campy.
Yeah.
So either you make it serious.
Yeah.
Or you lean into the camp. And I think you got to lean into the camp. And it looks like, at the end when they're punching the car.
It's great. That's the bonus round.
Like,
I know.
That's great.
It looks fun. Like it actually
looks like AI. Yeah, you're right. But that's kind of the appeal of it. It looks. So I liked it. Did you guys like it?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Ruggs, you liked it. Did you like it?
I thought it was going to be a terrible movie, but I'm there for it.
I think
it might be terrible, but it might be also really fun.
Yeah. It looks fun. I was like, this looks
sounds
fun.
like a bad, good movie.
It's colorful and it's fucking out there.
I mean, the Street Fighter franchise You've got the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Yep.
And then you've got the one of the worst movies ever with what's her name?
The Chun-Li
Kristen
one.
Kirk. Yeah. Crook. That one. The Street Fighter one with Van Damme is like dumb.
Yeah.
And bad, but also somewhat watchable. The one with Legend of Chun-Li with Kristen Crook is legit unwatchable. So the franchise, there's only one way to go. And it's
right.
up.
It's only going up. So we're going to get that in Mortal Kombat 2. I was like, this looks fun. All right. That's it for the news, listener. We're going to take a break here, play some promos. And we're going to go blow ourselves, and come back and talk about Blue People, Avatar, Fire and Ash, right after this.
You had a chance to be a cop, and you blew it. Blue, get it?
I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew it.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey there, everyone. Brian here, host of TV Trivia Pod. It's a trivia-style podcast focusing on TV and movies. Listen in for questions like, what's the name of Michael Scott's screenplay? What do you say to view the Marauders map? And what's everyone eating in the post-credit scene of Avengers? Play along to TV Trivia Pod anywhere you get podcasts. And stay tuned for more trivia.
Attention podcast listeners and YouTube watchers. I'm Logan, the host of Mostly Superheroes, a weekly pursuit for the world's best stories with an emphasis on live-action superhero stuff. Every week, join me, PC Mike, The Giggler, Scotty Scoop, and Carrie as we talk MCU, DCU, books, TV, movies, and more. MostlySuperheroes.com is where you want to be. Watch us on YouTube, listen where you get your podcast, and we'll see you Sunday on Patreon. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Jock and Nerd.
Listener, if you enjoy this show, this is a fantastic time to join our awesome Patreon fan club. Just visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Jock and Nerd. There's a link in the episode description, and you can give back all this entertainment bullshit we've been putting out for free for so many years now. You can support the show on a monthly or annual basis, and for as little as $3 a month, you get things like access to an exclusive podcast feed where the shows come out early. We put up instant reactions to movies. You would have heard all three of our instant reactions to Avatar this week. There's bonus movie reviews. That we had a bonus review this week. Bonus content there. Worth the value. Also, you can join us for our monthly Discord virtual meetup hangouts. The next one will be January 22nd. It's a Thursday. You can pick any movie for us to watch. You could get an exclusive t-shirt. Lots of fun stuff there as you help support, produce, keep the show going. Thank you, everyone, for your continued support. But if you haven't signed up, do it now. jockandnerd.com/Patreon.
And as a bonus, Imran is now offering pictures of his feet.
For the right price, if you need feet pictures, you don't go to OnlyFans. You go to Jock and Nerd Patreon. Jock and Nerd.
He'll do anything with his feet.
Jock and Nerd OnlyFans. Only on our Patreon. Only for you fans.
I know some weird people that want to see that.
Well, but the thing with Imran's feed is he actually doesn't start by showing you his toes. He starts from the heel and goes up.
Well, yeah, usually he starts with just his bare feet in shoes.
I like I like to start with a close up of the ankle. You know, the ankle bone. It's very sexy.
You also don't believe in socks, so
no, socks were a capitalist control device made to keep us down and to keep our feet sweaty.
The sock industry is really the shadow government.
Bombas, I'm looking at you, Bombas. I see what you're doing. Trying to take over the world.
Yeah.
Damon John's over there. Fuck off.
Compression my ass.
Yes, I got that. Fuck your socks. Okay, fellas, let's do it. We're here. Let's get to this week's movie review. We will be discussing Avatar, Fire and Ash. Here's your spoiler alerts.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
This was my most anticipated movie for the second half of the year. Of course, this franchise started way back, 2009, the first Avatar. And then, he waited about 13 years to put out Avatar Way of Water, which was in 2022. And now only 3 years between installments. Avatar, of course, directed by James Cameron, who co-wrote the screenplay with Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver from a story the trio wrote with Josh Friedman and Shane Salerno. On the Rotten Tomatoes, the first movie had an 81% critics, 82% audience score. Avatar Way of Water comes in 76% critics, 92% audience score. And the third one, Fire and Ash, sitting at 66% critics, 91% audience score. So the critics and audiences have been spreading further and further apart. It has an A cinema score, which is when you come out of the theater and rate it. And on Metacritic, it's 61. What's it there on the letterbox there, Anthony?
I think it's like 3.7 around there.
That's pretty high.
It's not bad. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So interesting.
That's not like awesome, but it's pretty good. And
yeah,
I think the last Avatar, let me just check it out real quick, what that was.
Interesting, the divide between the critics and the audience score as these movies have progressed.
OG Avatar was 3.7, and the last one, I believe, was also 3.7. Okay. 3.6 for Way of Water.
Okay. Favorable from kind of audience/critics.
Yeah.
You know.
Solid.
This one, the budget, it just says 400 million plus. How much plus? Nobody knows. But these are easily the most expensive movies ever made, and they have to make a big return. So the first Avatar movie opens 77 million domestic. Avatar 2 brings in 134 million domestic. Avatar Fire and Ash coming in between, $88 million domestic opening. It is currently sitting at $345 million global debut. 75% of that is from China. It made $57.6 million in China debut, which was a higher debut than Avatar 2 did in China. But so far, the stat is the 3 Avatar films have now grossed over $5.6 billion combined.
Oh, shit.
James Cameron has 3 of the 4 highest grossing movies of all time. On that list, you will find 3 James Cameron movies. It's crazy. Let's get into the cast because returning is a lot of people. Everyone. Just a couple of new people. Sam Worthington coming back as Jake Sully. You got Zoe Saldana as Neytiri. Sigourney Weaver returning as Kiri. Stephen Lang as Quaritch. Still hanging in there. Kate Winslet as Ronal. Cliff Curtis as Tonawari. Those are the heads of the water tribe, the Metakiang tribe. I forget what they're called. And then Edie Falco back as the general. Giovanni Ribisi back as that corporate dude. Joining Jack Champion back as Spider. Joining the cast, David Thewlis playing Palak, which is like one of the head wind trader dudes. And Una Chaplin playing the bad guy, Ash Lady Varong. Una Chaplin is the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin, which I think is very cool because of all this performance capture. You see her using movement in her performance. It reminds me, Charlie Chaplin, who was also big on movement in his movie. So it's great that she's like continuing this tradition of the Chaplin family. This movie is rated PG-13. It is the longest, the Avatars, at 3 hours and 17 minutes. Anthony, what happens in Avatar Fire and Ash?
The same thing that happens in the first and second one. No,
you nailed
somewhat the same.
Very similar.
This third one, I think this picks up right after the second one. So the Sully family, right?
Sullys, yes.
The Sullys, in the last one, they lost their oldest son.
Yes.
So they're reeling from that. They were in a fight with the humans again. And in this one, the humans are regrouping to fight them again because they want that sweet brain oil from the whales.
They need the whale juice.
The whale juice because it's worth billions. And a wild card gets thrown in the mix as there's this other clan called the Ash Clan or something in Na'vi.
Yeah.
That just likes to kill because they don't like Awa. So the Sullys and the Water Clan have to deal with numerous threats to their kingdom, while also the Sullys are dealing with the family drama of losing their son, having their other son figuring out his way, having Spider in the family and figuring out what his purpose is and how they can deal with having a human. So lots of drama, lots of action, lots of CGI.
It's pinks versus blues in round 3 of this alien war. Also, we should mention Spider at the end of the last one. Spider saves his father, Quaritch.
Right.
When he didn't have to, but he
saves a body with his father's memories.
Oh, right.
Because that's not really his dad.
That's right. No. He saved the Na'vi version of him at the end of the second one.
That's what I'm saying, but that's not really Quaritch.
Oh, right. It's not Quaritch. It's a Quaritch avatar with the memories of Quaritch, and they mention that several times. I'm not that guy.
Right. That's a big thing in this movie.
It is a lot of threads continuing. All right. Having said that, you didn't see it in 3D though, right?
No 3D.
All right. Opening thoughts. Long ass movie. How were you feeling once it ended?
Opening thoughts. Long ass movie.
Yeah.
That was the first thought I had throughout the entire movie. I remember looking. I went to go pee because who the fuck can sit through this entire movie? And
I did.
Well, good for you. This movie, if you include previews, you're almost spending 4 hours in that fucking chair.
Yeah.
I went to pee, and when I went to pee, I looked at my phone and I went, holy shit. I'm only halfway through this fucking movie. So long ass movie is my initial thought. My thoughts are going to echo what I said on Patreon because they haven't changed. So if you're not on our Patreon and want to get instant reactions and a ton of other bonus content, as well as Imran's heel, pictures of his heel.
That's right. Just my heel.
You'll have to sign up for that. But my thought here is the same. And that is James Cameron is making these movies are revolutionary in terms of the spectacle, in terms of the action. I mean, what you're seeing on screen, we should not take for granted what he's doing because it's almost flawless.
Yeah.
There's a lot of discussion about high frame rate and all that shit. Yeah. I didn't really notice it. It's not really a discussion I care about too much. I think it looks great. I think it looks impeccable. The whales, the water, you name it. You can just get lost in looking at all this shit. So this stuff, we should not lose perspective on that. That said, I also think that these movies are getting repetitive, and I'm starting to feel the strain of seeing now a third movie where the humans are trying to get something from the Earth, and the Na'vi are calling upon Earth to help them fight off the humans. And I'm just wondering, where is this going? Because we are getting 3 hours of this now, and by the end of this movie, while it's satisfying, there's still threads that are not finished yet.
Yeah.
And one thing, and I'll pass it over to you guys. I was thinking about why am I not vibing with these movies as much anymore? Because you could argue Marvel does the same thing, right? It's about saving the world.
Lots of people do the same thing.
Lots of movies, but like Marvel or like Lord of the Rings, there was always an overarching story.
Yeah.
And there always were characters that you could really invest in. And I think for Avatar, at least for me personally, while I like the characters, I'm not super invested into all these characters and their story. And I don't see where this is going. We're in the third film, and I still don't know what the overarching story is if we're going to keep doing this.
I agree 100%.
So that's my opening thought.
Rug's opening thoughts.
Well, yeah, I think the issue with this movie is not that it's the quality of what you're seeing on screen is amazing. It's just the narrative that is repetitive. I mean, Anthony said it. I said the same thing in my review, is that they're just doing the same thing, rinse and repeat. They're it's the Na'vi are fighting off the humans that want to get something, and then they live for another day, and then it just goes back to square one again.
Yep.
And when you watch Star Wars, when you watch Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings is a great example. Frodo's giving a task at the beginning of the movie. He's got to get the ring to Mordor so he can destroy it. And it takes you through that journey. So it's never, it doesn't restart again. He's always trying to get to Mordor. And at the end of the movie, he gets there in the third movie. And you feel this sense of accomplishment that you've been through this journey. Here, you just feel you're back to square one every time. And they never James Cameron never changes the narrative. He never does all right, instead of them being reactive to what the humans are doing, how about they attack the humans and try and kill them off, or figure out a way to subvert them instead of just waiting to be attacked all the time.
They kind of do that at the end of this movie, though. They finally go on the offensive.
Yeah, but I mean, it's it's not enough. It's because the beats are too similar to the movie that was previous. It feels like it's the same movie almost.
I mean, it's definitely a part 2 of that movie.
And
it's round 2.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just feel every time they have an opportunity to get the movie to or to get the series to kind of feel like it's going somewhere and things are happening, it just feels too much like the last movie.
Yeah.
And Avatar 2 spent a lot of time on burnt a lot of time on like getting you caught up on what happened and getting them from point A to point B. And I felt like the movie was too long. I feel like this movie was also too long.
Yeah.
I feel like, they had something going with the fact that they were going on this pirate ship and they were getting raided by these people.
Yeah, the traders.
That was like, okay, I'm like, all right, this is going to be cool. And then all of a sudden it turned into Way of Water again.
Well, all he does is like, he does the same thing and he adds one new tribe or two new tribes. And then it's like the same thing. And then we're going to add another tribe.
I feel like Star Wars also like takes you to new planets, new things, new, you get to see new stuff each time.
So let me just argue this point a bit before I get to my opening thoughts about the repetitiveness, especially the final battle. There are a lot of the same beats, but Star Wars, the Rebels blew up the Death Star 2 times.
Yeah, but yes, they do.
And
but
in the MCU, the Avengers face Thanos twice. In Harry Potter, he fights Voldemort like every fucking movie.
Yeah, but this is how it's different.
Superman fights Lex Luthor many times. Batman has fought the Joker several times.
Yeah, but like it's different. It's different because the stakes are different and what happens is different. The movies are completely different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Star Wars, the first movie is Luke figuring out that he's a Jedi. Then the second movie, he confronts his father. He confronts it and finds out that Darth Vader is his father, and he has to go get trained by Yoda and all that other stuff. There's all this stuff. And then the third movie is about him redeeming his father and saving his friends that are all captured.
There's some of that in this. Like, this is his Star Wars, but it's a lot slower in getting people some development because I feel like Quaritch got some more development. Spider plays a more important role.
There's things at play. I'm not going to argue that things are at play.
Yeah.
But I feel like that at least Star Wars had a change of scenery. You start off on Tatooine, then you end up and then all that other stuff, and then you end up with Jabba the Hutt, and you see all this other weird stuff.
Yeah.
So you have Dagobah. You got all this different shit going on.
Yeah.
You got the Ewoks. There's always a different flavor to things. You get introduced to new shit. So, and I can say that Return of the Jedi has a lot. Like you have Hoth on the other one.
But this, he spends
so much change of scenery.
He spends so much time inventing everything. Like he needs
but
to
he had like these Ash people. He could have really made this movie seem different there.
Yeah.
And you just kind of get Quaritch goes to the Ash place, hooks up with the Navi lady.
We'll get to all that. It's a little sexy. It gets a little
but that was like the most different thing about this movie.
Yeah. So I saw this in 3D IMAX, and this is when it was over. This is the highest compliment I could pay this movie. When it was over, I felt like I was on drugs. I felt like I was on drugs, but even if I wasn't, this movie makes you feel like you're tripping balls. The clarity, the crispness of this 3D was amazing. And I thought the same thing after I saw the second one. I have never seen anything like this in my life. Nobody can pull this off. Nobody does 3D like this. Nobody is going to be able to spend 7 to 10 years perfecting and advancing tech. But it's not a movie. It's a theme park ride. I felt like I was at Pandora for 3 hours. I felt like I was there. It is long. There's stuff they didn't need, but also the length helped the immersive feeling because I felt like I was on fucking Pandora. I think the action set pieces are fantastic. His choreography. So what he does great is like directing the action, the concept, the visuals, the action choreography is great. What he's not good at is the story, and the dialogue is fucking terrible. It's so fucking pedestrian and pedantic. But
when it gets to especially that scene with Spider where he's like about to kill him, the dialogue there and the delivery of the dialogue is really bad.
The dialogue, not great. But I enjoyed this introduction of Varang. It's a great new antagonist that we're probably going to see more if he makes more. I did think there would be more of this Ash tribe and it would be a bigger thing. It wasn't, but I did enjoy Quaritch. Suddenly kind of almost becomes the most interesting guy in his arc. I like what they did with Spider. I like what they did with Kiri finally kind of connecting to Iwa. But, you know, and the themes of like loss and faith and grief and family and trying to protect your family, it's still there. But then part of me is also like, if I was the Na'vi, I would tell the Sully family, you're going to have to get the fuck off this planet because this is all your fault. And you continue to bring these people and they kill us. But none of them are like, why don't you just leave?
Yeah, why do humans care about Sully?
I think it's just like he's a traitor.
Yeah,
yes,
like,
he's a traitor to the species. To the human species.
They're really going to give a fuck about him? Like, let him go fucking live his Pandora life. He's not going to bother you.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you got two like good humans. You got Spider.
Now,
and then you have that one
if
dude.
he was leading like an offensive on them all the time,
that'd be different.
And a problem, then it'd be different. But it just doesn't seem like he's gone away. He's like trying to fuck off and hide.
But he's the Turok Matko or whatever. Matko. He's the leader of the clan.
Look, to build on what you guys are saying, I mean, what Cameron is trying to do is he's trying to make you immersed in this world.
Yeah.
And it's going to work for a lot of people. Like the length, I think, is intentional because he wants you to stay. He's like, shit, I built this whole thing. You might as well stay here for a while. Right. So I get what he's doing. I think the novelty wears off a little bit because the time between the movies hasn't been as long.
Right. It wasn't 13 years.
No,
like
it was
the
3.
fucking, yeah.
Right. And the other thing I'll mention is just building on the repetitiveness. I think the action scenes are great. I love seeing the fucking Na'vi kick human ass. I will always enjoy people with fucking primitive ass shit destroying people with tanks and all the shit the humans have. That said, the third act is exactly like the first movie.
They even have the guy that lost his arm come back.
He's back with a robot arm. I love it.
It's like a blend of the first. Like you mentioned them going on the offense in the first movie. Taruk Matu goes around, unites the tribe.
Yeah, rallies the whole. Yep.
They hide. They ambush the humans.
Yep.
The humans they are getting killed. The humans suddenly turn the tide because they have more technology. And this one, the Ash tribe comes in. They have more technology. And just like the first one, Awa comes in and helps them, and all the animals help them.
You know what? If you think about it,
same thing.
If you think about it, all 3 movies are the same fucking movie. If you really think about it,
yes,
which is kind of wild.
I freaking love the technology. I just don't know what is Cameron. Why does he keep making the same movie?
It's a good
with the same themes. I understand he is pounding you over the head.
Yeah,
humans are bad.
Yeah,
we should be one with nature. I get it,
animals,
and it works. It fucking works. But I'm saying this would work. It worked for the first one.
Yeah,
it worked for the second one because the second one there was such a delay between the movies.
Yeah,
now you're going 3 years apart. You're gonna keep telling me the same story.
I mean, there are like a lot of the same beats. It starts just like the second one with the 2 brothers flying. Except he's connected to the tree and he's thinking about the loss of his brother. And I think
let me interrupt real quick. There are good threads. It's not completely repetitive, like Rugg said.
Yes,
but the overarching thing is still. I mean, it's just a blueprint at this point.
It's
like they had something with this Ash tribe.
Yeah, I agree.
I like there's potential that they didn't really get to. Whereas, okay, so. If you do the allegory of the Native Americans, like Native Americans, they saw that the technology that was they wanted it so they could take care of people that they didn't like.
Right. They were shooting each other too, Native American indigenous tribes.
They cozied up to them to get weapons and things and horses and shit. So this is like almost the allegory of this tribe is like kind of cozying up to the humans so they could be powerful and actually
cozying up to the colonizers,
get a slice of what they're trying to take.
Yeah.
They didn't really get into that much.
Yeah.
It just, they kind of like show up at the end and they're there. And it doesn't seem like it doesn't have the synergy that it needs.
Yeah. So the other thing I think is interesting in this one is Loak is narrating when it has been Jake Sully, the first 2 movies, and now it's kind of Loak's story. So when it starts, they're still with the Metcaina clan. They're scavenging the weapons from the wreck, and Tanawari and the wife don't like this. They don't like steel weapons. Natiri is just sad because her son's dead, and they've established Spider's mask needs batteries. and they plan to send him with this trading caravan. But they were just going to send him away. But he's like one of them. He's like a brother to them. And they decide to take a family road trip and join this wind trading clan, which those fucking jellyfish floaty things were amazing.
I felt bad when those jellyfish, I didn't know if those were like actually dying when they were all getting cut.
Oh, yeah, they're dead. And apparently they're filled with hydrogen because it fucking explodes when you shoot a kamikaze. The Ash tribe shows up, kamikaze fire into the fucking thing, blows it up. You meet Varong. This is very Mad Max kind of stuff going on in this action scene. Yes, right? It's that. He does that, and he kamikazes into the thing, and the whole thing blows up and crashes. I was like, holy shit.
Varong's kind of sexy.
She is. She's Una Chaplin sexy, and the way she moves. Yeah. Like, can these blue people... I had the same problem with the second one. I was like, is it weird that I find some of these Na'vi sexy? Like, what does that mean? It's kind of strange, but she's kind of sexy the way she's moving around. So I love this whole opening scene where they crash the airships and they're on the ground. Everybody gets separated. They got to survive. And for a hot second, Quarish and Jake, this was something different. They had to work together. For a little bit, they put their differences aside to find Spider. Because
and now it abruptly ends in a weird way.
Yeah, I agree. I see. So like, that's a thing there where I think you could have mined that even more.
Yeah.
Like you really could have mined the Quaritch's conflict with Spider and then made this like this third variable, the Ash tribe, like really the villain in this one. And then you got like a lot more of that moral dilemma of Quaritch and Jake working together.
Yeah.
You know, similar. That's where I think Ruggs was definitely hinting at this. Like, what's brilliant about Terminator 2, which is a Cameron movie, is you flip it, right? Yeah. So, like, you got to take an angle here where you flip it, right?
Yes, that was
and
the
he's
best
flipping
thing.
It a little bit, but he's not really committing to it.
Yeah, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, it's just, I like, you got to take a different, and it doesn't have to be a flip. It can be anything. You could literally do the movie from the Ash's perspective. You could do, like, something different.
Just not the same thing again.
No, it's just like he hints at these things that are interesting, and then he's like, but I still want to go back to what's safe. And what's safe is hanging out with the Na'vi, humans are bad, Earth versus humans.
Swimming with the fucking creatures.
Or just like taking 15 minutes to see you, to like bask in the fact that I created this water and people can
look
swim
at all
in
these. Yes, there's a lot of that. Look
fine,
at these plants. Yeah.
But it's a fucking 3 hour and 15 minute movie.
So I think it's interesting, of course, not only wants Jake, he wants Spider too, right? I also love that she was scalping their ponytails when she captured them.
Yeah, very Dances with Wolves.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's their connection to the thing. So then we get to this Spider thing, and this suddenly becomes a really big thing, and I kind of like this advancement. Spider is out of air. He is dying. They're on the run, and Kiri's like, hold on a second. Put him right here. Let me snatch this thing out of the air and shove it in his mouth. Her tail goes in the ground, and she connects with Awa, and it changes his body with these tendrils going into his holes, all of his orifices. And he wakes up, and he's now breathing the air, which is a great moment, but also he becomes a liability. Because the last thing Jake wants is RDA to find him, reverse engineer this, and that means all the humans can come and breathe the air. So this whole thing that they did with Spider, his whole journey, I thought was very good. Down to the fact that after, he helps him, he gets captured, or he turns himself in, Spider gets captured, Spider helps him escape, and then and Natiri in the beginning is like, we got to kill Spider. And then after all that, Jake goes to Natiri, and he's like, I think you were right about we got to kill Spider. And he takes him out into the woods, and he's going to fucking kill him. And he doesn't. He can't. And Natiri turns around and she wants to stop him. And she finally says, I see you. And she accepts Spider into their family. I mean, I like this whole, whole thing.
When you narrate like that, it's like an audible. It's like I could literally just like I could be on the train when you narrate the plot like that. It's really good.
Should I do the voices?
You have a very good talent for that.
Should I do the voices?
No, please don't. I think that's all good stuff. My biggest issue with this is I think that kid that's playing Spider actually isn't a very good actor.
He's not great. He's not great. I'll give you that much.
Like that I said it earlier, I'll say it again. That scene with Jake about to kill Spider.
Yeah.
the acting on that Spider Kid is so bad. Like he's like, oh, you don't have to do this.
Well, he has to be.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He was going to pee.
Oh
And
yeah, he was
never
going to
let
pee.
him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess when you have to pee, you don't act
Like,
that well.
shit. Can I pee first before you kill me? Come
it's
on.
like they're having this big emotional moment, and I'm just underwhelmed because I don't actually believe the kid is into it.
He's like, no, don't.
Right. He's like, you don't have to do this. No, we could talk about
And
it.
then he's like, okay, do it.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I understand.
He could have sold it a little bit better. Yes.
Will I go to AWA? But like, it's not even the lines; it's the delivery of the lines.
Yeah.
So I think the Spider stuff is intriguing. I just think the kid playing him is not that great.
Yeah, he's not great, but it was interesting because the whole time we saw the trailer, I was like, "How's this going to happen?"
Things that are like kind of don't work is him.
Yeah,
Kiri being voiced by Sigourney Weaver is a little weird.
Yeah, especially as like a teenager.
That worked for me. Okay,
Really? You think Sigourney Weaver sounds like a teenager?
No, because it's a clone of hers, and that's why.
What do you think of her being an immaculate conception?
Yeah, Awa was the father, wasn't she? They say she's a clone.
That seems like some shit they pulled out of their ass.
I mean,
makes sense.
Yes, I mean, but the thing is, after you watch Spider get done, whatever to like transformed, you think Awa can do anything, right? So,
well, I think you mentioned this earlier in your review, Rugs, on the thing. Patreon, plug Patreon once more. If Awa can do anything, why isn't Awa just fucking
kill all the humans?
Yeah, come out of the ground and rip the humans into the fucking core of the earth.
Why is Awa even allowing this?
She could literally have tentacles come out and just choke all those fuckers.
Because that's
and
the
kill
big
them.
thing, right? Is like that the Earth, like they have this connection and they can understand each other and talk to one another.
She's a pacifist.
You know, I guess I don't know, but she always just does just enough.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, but the humans are still sitting there. They've still got that fucking huge base.
Yeah.
Why don't you like put an earthquake into the ground and let them fall all in?
Oh my God, that base is so much bigger. It's like a fucking city now. It's kind of crazy. Okay, what did we think about this? I kind of like how Varang, like none of them want steel weapons, but Varang, the guns intrigue her. And I love when she's like, show me how you make thunder. And then he shows her and she's like turned on. Like she's fucking loving.
Oh yeah, that's when you really want to bang her.
But dude, and that whole thing got crazy because she like cuts him. There's some S&M, and then they're like banging.
Well, she also like makes him go on like a spiritual journey.
Oh yeah, she feeds him some shit, and he goes trippy.
Whole part looked like a video game.
You think it's because of the high frame rate?
Yeah, it was the high frame rate and just the visuals during when he's tripping.
Yeah.
Looked very video gamey.
It does feel like you're like in a cutscene where you would see that shit.
A lot of this reminded me of video game, like in a good way. There was also they did some first person like shooter angles when they were shooting. So I think of course on purpose. A lot of it did feel video gamey.
You can watch it low frame rate if you want to.
I thought the high frame rate made it seem just more. It's hyper real.
I think it's better with the 3D, I guess.
Yeah, the 3D. I've never seen 3D this sharp.
Well, that's what Cameron said is the reason he does the high frame rate is
because of the.
Well, he said that when people wear the 3D glasses, the biggest complaint is they get a little nauseous.
Yeah,
and it's because of the fact that he thinks the frames aren't moving fast enough. So there's like your brain is like not understanding the 3D. So he says it helps for 3D that they do the high frame rate.
Yeah, I did not get a headache.
There, that works. So mission accomplished.
I mean, I forget you're wearing the glasses very quickly, and you're just immersed. It's just I'm there. I'm in there. Okay.
How in there are you?
I am all up in there.
Good.
I'm all up in there. Let's talk about the whaling. The whales are back. The Tulkun tribe. We meet the elders. Payakan and Loak are still buddies.
That was unnecessary.
Payakan is outcast, and Loak.
It's a huge waste of time.
Comes back and convinces the Tulkun elders.
That whole Odyssey that he goes on to find Pakion or whatever.
And then doesn't he get attacked by a thing and he's got to hide in the things just like in the second movie where he gets attacked by the thing?
It's a whole fucking waste of time.
And he's got to hide in the coral.
I agree.
They did the same thing.
Side thing that is not that great.
I am also outcast. If he is outcast.
And then they do the same thing where they show up to other tribes and try and shake them down. The humans go to the other tribe.
Yeah, they're burning everything.
They did that already.
They did that.
Yeah, they burned I thought they burned all the fucking tribe houses already. They did it again.
I agree. The whole Payakon thing. The only thing I felt anything for was when they showed Payakon's sibling with no eyes. I was like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, Tonak, the one guy who survived,
but
they
the
had all the
whole,
shit in him.
That whole side quest, I get what the goal was, which is like to make Loak have his own agency and do something. But I agree with Ruggs. It seemed like every time they cut to that, I was like, I know where this is fucking going. Let's just get cut to that face.
Why? Okay, so let's play this out here. Way of Water. We come to see that there's poachers trying to kill these whales for whatever the goo that's in their head.
The brain juice,
that makes people live forever or whatever.
Right.
So now that they know this, the whales should be like, all right, we're gonna attack these motherfuckers on sight. But no, what they do is they bring back the guy with one arm. They bring back all of the whalers, and the whales are still like, well, what do we do?
The whales don't fight. That's not in their nature. He's got to convince them.
Yeah, but I mean, didn't they learn from the last movie that the shit's happening?
Also, how about don't all gather together in one spot?
They're supposed to be intelligent beings.
They're supposed to be really smart. Yes. How about you don't gather all in one spot when you know these fuckers are looking for you?
Yeah, nothing that they do seems like they have any intelligence.
I will say, though, that shot where they have the council meeting and the giant ones come straight out of the water, fucking beautiful. Gorgeous shot. It was amazing. And you felt the scale.
How did they get those piercings?
I thought of that question. Do they go to a special
Navis, like the Navis go and they pierce them?
That's got a giant piercing gun?
The Navi are like, we got to find a big piece of wood and carve it into a circle.
It's the same guy who does King Kong's tooth work from that movie.
Oh, yeah. It's Trapper.
It's the same guy. It's Dan Stevens.
I thought of that too when I was like
where'd you get these?
Look at the nose rings on these.
Who's tatting these whales up?
They had rings and clothes and like a cloak. I was like, what the fuck?
Listen, when the whales, I'm jumping ahead here, but when the whales do interfere and fight,
yeah,
like, that's still pretty cool.
That's great when they're landing on them.
But the build up to that, I was like, come on, guys, we saw we saw this. We know the whales are getting slaughtered here. And the whole like Payakon is also like an outcast because he fought. Like I was just like, you could have made this like a 2 hour. That's one of the things where you can get the movie to like 2:30.
It didn't need to be 3:15.
Yeah,
but,
I think I'll tell you that the maximum amount a movie should be is 2 hours and 40 minutes. That is the maximum.
It really like the length did make me feel like I was there for 3 hours because it.
Well, you were.
It helped the immersiveness. Okay, here this was new. When they capture Spider, Jake turns himself in. They take him to the base.
I thought that was interesting.
And then Natiri comes in with her fucking RPG tipped arrows, starts blowing shit up. That one scientist steals a bulldozer and breaks Jake out, and then Spider acts as a human shield.
Wait.
It's great.
I thought that was fun. I thought that was good because it's different, right?
Yeah.
You're seeing them in a different scenario, but a little bit sloppy with James Cameron with this scientist just comes out of nowhere.
No, he was the guy that was protesting this thing from before, but he does.
When
they were talking
Avatar
about
2, he was
he?
The guy. Yes.
Okay, well then I missed that. These movies are 20 hours long.
Yeah.
I completely missed that because I just went, whoa.
He was always uneasy.
Ian,
but why is he still working there? Like, why the fuck? He was against it that last time.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he still on the whaling team?
He did not like
needs the money.
Plan. Yes.
Yeah, he must owe somebody some fucking money.
Hard times out in 2190, whatever time this is.
Whenever this is. But, I mean, fantastic action scene.
Does Edie Falco stand out to you like she shouldn't be there?
Which one is she? The girl general?
Yes. Did she die in that ship? She did.
It was like they tried to make her the new overarching villain, and I just wasn't buying it.
Yeah.
I just think she wasn't like Quaritch is evil. This lady, to make her more evil than Quaritch, I don't know. It didn't seem like they did enough there.
I love Quaritch showing up at the end and he's in the full like red ash tribe, like he's fully converted. He looked fucking cool in the red outfit. Anyway, so then this whole giant end sequence is like crazy because they plan. Jake. He brings the dragon from the first movie, that Turok or whatever.
Yeah.
that he rebonds with him. We didn't see him in the second one. He rallies the clans. They have a plan, and they're like, hold. So, the fleet comes, and they launch this ambush, and they're kicking the shit out of them. And then the Ash tribe and Quaritch show up with their guns. The tables turn, and now they're losing. And then Kiri connects with it and finally gets to Awa with the help of Spider and Took, and it's just a giant white face, something. And then all the alien creatures attack the humans. The tables are turned again.
Yeah,
That never happened before.
You just narrated the first one.
It was just a lot of tables are turning at the end. And then, Quaritch and Jake have to fight mano a mano again.
That happened in the second one.
And then he jumps off to his death, but he's not dead.
That happened in the second one.
And then the other girl,
she just fucks off.
She fucks off after Kiri, sticks her thing in her thing.
Yes, she attaches to her and kind of overwhelms her, and then she just fucks off, and you don't even see her.
Here's my issue with the third act, and I want to preface by saying again, Cameron is making movie magic. I don't want that to ever be lost. It's fantastic what you're looking at.
Yeah,
but going into that, they were planting the seed with Sully being like, "Hey, Quaritch, like you're not that guy."
Right.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. Yes.
You're not the same guy. You can make your own choices. You don't have to do this. And none of that is fucking happening. The third act, you don't even touch that. It's like, well, what are you saving this for the fucking fourth?
Yes.
What is that?
He's saving.
To me, that's so sloppy. Such bad writing. Do that in this movie. Don't fucking build it to the next movie.
He's like Quaritch and Varang and the Wind Traders, he's saving more for the next movie.
Imagine they did a Masters of the Universe on this level, or Thundercats on this level.
Oh my God. Imagine if he did Thundercats like this. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm kind of spoiling my thoughts. I think Ruggs would agree. We need to get Cameron doing some other stuff.
And, he might. He's recently talked about doing a Terminator movie.
Yeah, but he said if this makes money, he'll do a fourth, right?
Well, yes. And we'll see. This may actually...
he said that he'd be more hands-off.
This may not
I don't think he can.
To $2 billion. It's possible that it goes just under.
I don't think it's going to make $2 billion.
No,
I think it'll make $1 billion.
Yeah, I agree. $1 billion.
Or it'll make $1.5 billion, $1.7 billion, $8 billion. I don't know.
I think there's diminishing returns on doing these every 3 years. If you're going to do it every 10 years.
Well, especially if you just do the same fucking movie over again. Right. Okay, how about did this death get anyone? Ronal, Tonawari's wife, who's been pregnant. She was pregnant in the last movie too, right?
Yeah, how long is this baby? I was waiting. When the fuck is this baby coming out?
They're Na'vi. We don't know the gestation times of Na'vi reproductive cycles. They're going to be pregnant for years. I don't fucking know. Anyways, she gets mortally wounded underwater and gives birth to this baby as she dies. And Neytiri's like, I will raise this baby and I'll name it. She named it. I forgot the fuck they named it.
No, I didn't do anything because I don't know.
Is it a boy or a girl? Was it a girl?
I think it was.
I don't
even know. I think it was a girl.
I think that this hints at one of the problems for me with this series is I'm not invested in the characters as strongly as I would be for Marvel or Star Wars or whatever. So like this character dies. It's always sad to see a woman pregnant die. That said, I don't know who this character. What is her defining character? Like, who is she? I have no idea.
She's Kate Winslet.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, she's the queen of the water people.
Yeah.
Well, why should we like her?
Because she tells Neytiri to shut the fuck up. I don't know.
Right? Like
she took in the Sullys, and I don't know.
There's not much there without that whole tribe.
Yeah, it didn't really get me feeling anything either.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth. So, where we end up, I mean, I did love Kiri when she finally connects to Awa and she's just like, kill them all. I was like, God damn, Kiri. Dang, I thought you were the peaceful one.
Well, they did the whole, like, we all can help you get there. Like, the whole family is walking.
They all held hands and pushed and saw a giant face. It's a giant face. I don't know. You have that.
I thought there was going to be more impressed. I thought there was going to be something bigger than that.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I didn't think it would just be a big white face that has like eyelashes and eyebrows, which is weird. That magnetic flux thing in the middle was also kind of fun because it was pulling all the metal and the ships would go in there and get destroyed. The Mick with the robot arm finally gets killed by that one Tolkien that
Line
survived. Yeah, I forgot his name. Anyways, yeah, so it ends with Varong versus Neytiri, and then Varong fucks off because Kiri does that. Spider, Jake, and Quaritch end up on a rock, and Spider does shoot Quaritch in the arm, his daddy. But then they fight, and Spider is knocked off a thing, and he's hanging. Listen, at one point, there's a simultaneous battle underwater, in the air, on land, floating in the air, all happening at the same time. It's fucking fantastic. It's really fun. So Spider's hanging off there. Quaritch jumps to save him, and now Quaritch is hanging off the rock, holding Spider, and Jake is like, do I got to pull them up? Should I save them? He does. And then I love the moment. The funniest part of the movie is when he pulls them up, and then Quaritch is just like, well, this is awkward. They're all just sitting around. And then Neytiri and the family show up, and Quaritch is like, I'm out, and just fucking throws himself off the rock into the smoke. We don't see his body. We don't see where he dies. And then it all ends. And what's that?
He's not dead.
He's not dead. Of
course not. No body, no death.
No body, no death. And then Spider connects to the tree, and they go in the thing, and they see all the people who died. And Kiri meets Grace, her mother or whatever. And they initiate him into the tribe, just like they did Jake at the end of the first one, putting their hands on his shoulder. And then they pull back, and the world's all connected and lit up or something. But, whew.
Just as Ruggs would say, that's just another day in the life with the Na'vi. Tune in next time for the next time the humans attack them.
Same thing again. But I felt like I was on drugs, man, when this ended. I was like, whoa. It was just very overwhelming. But yeah, it was.
Were you sober walking into that movie?
I was a little bit lit on purpose. Just a little. But I felt like I was on drugs watching this movie because even in the slow parts, I'm staring at all the details, the plants, the leaves, and I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Holy shit, what is this? This is amazing. It was just visually a feast, and it's like a theme park ride. It's not a movie.
So, like, there's this theme that's in this movie where Neytiri is like, she hates the pink people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she's like all like against them, but she's married to one.
Right.
And she's raising one.
And their kids are half.
Yeah, they're half breeds.
I felt like they was trying to make some kind of a point there, but like
I didn't get
it was just sloppy.
Well, then when he does the whole, like, they just randomly have the fight, and he starts going, that's why you kind of hate like your kids and you hate me. Like, he does this whole speech where
you can't live like this.
Well, not only that, but he's saying like that's why like you've always kind of hated that you have half breed kids.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, where the fuck is this coming from?
Yeah, that's like a major thing to drop. Yeah,
like what? Why are you going for the jugular? We've had no indication through 3 movies that these people that she hates the fact that he's human.
Yeah,
if anything, she's the one that accepted him first.
Yeah, I thought she accepted all this. She accepted it.
So yeah, I felt like I'm glad you brought that up, Ruggs, because I was like, this does not.
I think that maybe that can be predicated on the loss of her son, but then that wouldn't she have to love her son and not think that she hates her kids,
right?
Because
she hated Spider, then she loved Spider. So was what happened.
The way he like wrote that, where it's like, and then he just like he drops all these bombs on her, and then like he says some things out of line, and then he just hugs her, and she's just like, all right, whatever. We've all been with women that you drop bombs like that on a woman, she's not just gonna forgive you after you hug her.
Fine.
You'll be sleeping on the couch, or your shit is gonna be out the window.
What the fuck do you think you're talking to right now?
So I'm just like, does Cameron not understand how women work? Like, what the fuck is this?
You cannot say shit like that to women.
But even though every James Cameron movie has like the male protagonist who thinks he's the hero, but it ends up being the female person that's the actual hero. Every movie's like that. He does that in every movie. You'd think he would know better.
Well, I mean, that's a little different, but I thought the family dynamics thing was really oddly written.
Yeah,
very, very strange. I mean, Imran, I'm glad you love the movie. I think there's a lot of people that feel the same way as you.
I did enjoy it, but it is.
I would watch it again. It's I want James Cameron to do something else, please.
Yeah, I think you're just it can be better. Like, I think it's just because we have such a high expectation. Right?
Yeah, I think that this narrative that he has, the story of the Na'vi and the humans, it feels too like when you're getting into my minutia of the story. It doesn't have nice big strokes.
Yeah.
Where you can see characters grow, and the strokes are kind of like they're moving at a snail's pace.
They're moving slow. You do see characters grow, but it's very slow, and it could be quicker.
Well, I like the paced thing where they grow it, but first of all, you have 3.5 hour movies.
Yeah. So
like you're seeing a lot of them on film. Like sometimes you watch a movie and the movie's only 2 hours long, and you can only do so much progression with so if you're watching like almost a 4 hour movie, they should be progressing a lot further each movie.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying to speed it up. I'm just saying that use the time to progress these characters.
I mean, as much as I love this one, I did feel this one dragged the most out of all of them. Like there was a part in the middle.
Wow. I thought this moved so much better than Way of Water.
Than the second one?
Yeah.
Interesting. But I like the action scene. Okay, so if he's going to continue, here's tentatively what is on the scheduled, and this may be him adding some new things. Avatar 4 does have a release date of December 21st, 2029. What are we even talking about? 2029. There will be a 6-year time jump, okay? He has already shot some of this because he needed to shoot the kids when they were young, but he is planning to jump ahead 6 years. Apparently, Kiri will be narrating the next time. And then the only other thing I learned is the notes the studio gave. He said on the first one, when they turned in the script for the second one, the studio gave him 3 pages of notes. When he turned in the script for the third one, they gave him 1 page of notes. When he turned in the script for the fourth one, he just got an email back that said, "Holy fuck," is the only thing they said. Those were the notes. So that got me intrigued. I think the 6-year time jump also should help, but it's probably still going to be fucking Quaritch coming after them. And Varang's going to be back and the Wind Trading Clan. And then he'll just add another clan and we won't find anything about them. I thought there would be more with these Ash people. Like you would see them, their origin, instead of just being told the volcano burned all of us.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit half-baked.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, I thought there was going to be more.
You would have felt more for them and been able to connect better.
Yes.
That should have been the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
From their perspective and why they hate AWA, right?
Yeah.
Well, to add on to what you're saying, Imran, so the 4th is December 21st, 2029.
Yeah.
The 5th apparently will be December 19th, 2031.
2031.
And John Landau, who's also producing these with Cameron, said this one will be on Earth.
Oh, Landau died actually in 24. This movie was dedicated to him. Right. Then they will bring it all to Earth. So like
with
it's still going to be
coming there.
Shit. So it's still the Sky People. It's still the RDA. It's still Quaritch. I don't know how much you can
if you're going
change
to get to Earth in the 5th one, I think that could be interesting. But then I'm going to have to wait to the 5th one before you do something different.
2031. What are you talking about? What kind of fucking year is that? It's crazy. It doesn't even seem real. But if this movie makes money,
what kind of year is that?
He would it just seems weird. Write that 2031. Like what the fuck? The thing is, he did shoot 2 and 3 together, so this is why they're very similar. It was 2 parts of a longer story. He's going to do the same things with 4 and 5, which they might be repetitive for each other. But
if I was James Cameron, I'd end it at 4.
Wrap
it up. Yeah. You're right there. You can wrap it up. You don't need to go to Earth. We don't need to do that.
He can wrap it up after this one. If they didn't want to do any more, I would be okay with this being the last one. But at the same time,
this would be a weird ending.
It would be weird. At the same time, I would go back and watch all these movies. If he made 7
Either that
more,
or I would hand it off to another director. And so he can work on other things.
I'd agree with that.
And then let Pandora continue. But he's already done the first trilogy. He can be happy with that. If he wants to do this last 4th one to wrap things up, he can. But I think he's got a plan for another 2. I don't want him. I want him to do this, whatever he's doing here, with another property or something new.
The thing is, these movies, to have it look like this, it literally takes 7 to 10 years. Like you're not on the normal 2-year production cycle. Like clearly he needed all this time because I thought the effects looked better than the second one. And that was just 2 years ago, right? It looked sharper. It was just more realistic looking, even though it's essentially an animated movie.
Yeah.
It blurs the line. So speaking of wrapping it up, Anthony, final thoughts. Give me a score. Give me a ranking here.
Yeah, I'm way more down on this than you, Imran. I think I'm more down on this than Ruggs. I think it looks spectacular. The craft is amazing. It's always fun to see humans get their ass kicked. I think the design of the animals is amazing. The whales, like everything, all that stuff. I'm just like, this is flawless. This is amazing.
Yeah.
But I also think these are like, especially this one's like the most expensive mid movie I've seen. Like,
it's mid?
Yes. The story, you're copying things.
The story is mid, but you can't look at what he's showing you and be like, this is mid. Like, it's fucking stunning.
It's the movie's mid. It's stunning, but it's also very, like, the story is just so repetitive in my mind.
Oh, it is.
One of the things, too, is like, as am I closing my thoughts here, like, these movies, with the money they're making and how impressive they are visually, and now the fact we're on a third and we're going to a fourth, like, these movies are just so weird in terms of the zeitgeist, because, like, it's clear to me Cameron is trying to make his Lord of the Rings, his Star Wars, like his own thing.
Yeah.
And these movies make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And they're awesome technically, and they have a lot of fun scenes. And no one talks about these movies in the same way with the reverence they talk about the franchises I just mentioned. And this movie does nothing, in my opinion, to put it on that level. I think this movie is, I can't give it a bad grade because it's so technically awesome and it is entertaining, but I'm getting tired of the same story over and over.
Sure.
Without an overarching, without some sort of direction for where we're going. 6 out of 10.
You know, it's funny because he has designed characters that are really hard to cosplay, which that's going to hurt your movie, right? Nobody dresses up like a Navi because it's fucking hard. And you got to balloon yourself and put a tail on and get 8 feet tall.
I mean, I think that's like a very small part of it. I think
a small part.
The bigger thing is like there's not a connection to the overall franchise that he wants.
Out of the 3, where would you put this?
Oh, I have a third.
Okay.
I have a third because of the repetitiveness of it.
Okay.
If this was the first movie, first movie, I loved it.
Yeah.
The second movie, I even really liked. But like to keep doing it, like now we're on the third and you keep doing the same thing. I'm repeating myself because he keeps repeating the same thing.
He's repeating himself. Yeah. Yes. It's fair. Ruggs, give me a number where you rank this.
Okay. I think this movie was too long. It moved really, really well, and I feel like the pacing was good. It's just that the length is what killed it the most. That and the fact that, as Anthony said, it was really rehashing a lot of the stuff that we just seen a few years ago. And yeah, the coup de grace is always the same. It's always AWA coming in for the save. So those things are so predictable. He needs to take a bigger risk and a bigger swing. He needs to progress these characters. He needs to figure out a story arc that is the hero's journey in here that makes sense. So it is a little bit of a letdown. I'm not as down on it as Anthony is. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Okay.
I think it's a strong recommend. It's a strong recommend to see it in the theater. It is an experience. It is still, I'd rather watch this mid James Cameron movie than 90% of the shit that I've seen. What they call action movies these days.
Okay.
It's third. It's definitely third.
Yeah. Third out of the 3.
Yeah. I mean, there you can switch 2 and 3 because they're basically the same fucking movie.
Yes.
I liked some of the bits on this one a lot though. Where you were talking about the editing between 3 different fight scenes that wasn't done in the other one.
Right.
It was kind of dramatic.
Yeah.
But I it's a little lesser than the second one, so by a little bit. So I think it's because of the length is what makes what made it worse.
I was thinking about this. It's a frustrating movie because if I'm rating the experience, the craft, I had a great time, the underwater performance capture. None of that water is real. None of that shit is real. It looks amazing. I felt like I was there. The experience of this ride is a 10 out of 10. Now, the story and the dialogue is like a 7. So I'm going to give it an 8.5. I'm going to go right down the middle of those two things. And I liked it as much as the second one, but right now this is my favorite one because of because of the advancement of the technology and the way it looks. I've never seen anything like this look so fucking crisp.
It does look great.
I will go, and you have to see it in 3D IMAX. Like that, I think you get the most out of it. The most out of what he has put into it, you get in there. So, yeah, no, it's just, it is.
You
just
really
like
dug this movie.
I had a ride. Like, I will say I was blown away at what I was looking at. And when it was over, I was just
even though you just saw something similar to it a couple years ago.
Yes.
You're more blown away. You have a stronger feeling about this movie than when the first one came out in 2009.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I did. First one, I just think the advancement of the fucking tech is what gets me. Like each movie looks
think
better.
about when the first one came out. That was the first time anyone put 3D out like that.
Yeah.
And you're saying, well, 16 years later, seeing it a third time is better.
Yeah, because
how many times are you going to see one of these fucking pterodactyls fling a helicopter into another helicopter?
I mean, it looks in every movie. He's done that a lot. The kids are hanging on to the whales and fucking firing guns. Like, I just liked the action bits in this one. And I like what they did with Quaritch and Spider and like, I don't know.
Well,
right now, this is my favorite.
I won't bully you anymore. You can love it.
No, but you guys are also valid point. Like I can see exactly what, where the flaws are, but I really was like, whoa.
I wonder if Imran would sit through the 4-hour version of Rebel Moon.
What? No, fuck that. I'm not doing that.
Wait, I challenge you, Imran, to watch this movie sober.
You know what? I still think if I watched this sober, I would feel like I'm on drugs. That's how good it is. Like I said, It's the highest compliment I can give this movie. It makes you feel like you're tripping. It makes you feel like you're on drugs. I thought I was on drugs.
I just want to end this by saying James Cameron is a fucking absolute genius, powerhouse director.
Yeah.
And okay, you can move on from this.
We
need you to do other things now. Use your powers for other things.
Well, I was looking at his age because I was like, how old is this guy? If he keeps making these movies, he's going to be making them until he's 80.
He's like in his early 70s.
That's going to be it.
Yeah.
He's 73 right now.
He's 73. But, like, I would love for him to write a new Terminator script. And you don't have to do it, but write it. And then that would be kind of interesting to see.
I think the route Rugg suggested with him producing these.
Yeah.
That would be like, okay, you don't have to completely give up your baby.
Because George Lucas did that with Star Wars, and it was fine.
Yeah, he did the first one, and it was actually better if he wasn't directing.
Spielberg still produces the Jurassic Park movies. Now, we can argue about those being bad, but, people let go of their shit.
Hand it off and rewrite Terminator in today's age of everything that's going on. I would love to see what he would think.
I would want him to do something different. I would want him to do something original.
What about this Hiroshima story? We talked about it last week. John was talking about it. He knew a guy that survived Hiroshima, and he wants to tell
do
story,
it. Do it,
right? Yeah.
That's like a weekend for him.
That's like a Titanic, like another historical.
He could do that in his sleep now with the technology that he has.
Okay, one more question. Big picture now.
Yeah.
Do you prefer Cameron or Spielberg?
Oh, shit.
Because I feel like they live in the same area in terms of blockbuster.
God damn, that's hard because Cameron has given us some of my favorite fucking movies. And, I mean, Aliens, Terminator 2, True Lies, what else? They were all fucking amazing.
Titanic, Avatar.
Titanic, The Abyss.
What do you think, Ruggs? You have to pick one.
It's tight. It's a tight race there. I feel like Spielberg has like some great classics that are like untouchable, and his movies are all in every kind of genre.
Yes,
and I think James Cameron is in kind of one genre, and I like him best when he's in that genre only.
I think Spielberg's a better storyteller.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think James Cameron's doing Schindler's List.
Right.
Oh, or Saving Private Ryan. But
what his wheelhouse is, he's very good at it. Is the thing.
I'm going to say Spielberg is the better director, but James Cameron is the better visionary.
Okay, Anthony, what's your answer?
I think Spielberg's probably more well-rounded, but I like more. The Cameron's films are like they're the highest of highs are like what I like more.
Right. Yeah.
That big action.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you were mentioning that Cameron doesn't do like the Spielberg type movies. Did you see his quote about like the Oscars?
No.
So basically he said, I'm going to read his quote. He said, I don't think about the Academy Awards that much. Intentionally, I don't think about that at that point. I don't try to make a movie to appeal to their sensibility. They don't tend to honor films like Avatar, films that are science fiction. And then he said something, I'm going to scroll down. He was talking about movies, just making movies in general. He's like, okay, you can play the awards game or you can play the movie I like to play. And that's to make movies people actually go to. Sorry. Which is what I'm getting at there is like Spielberg will play that Academy Awards game.
Yeah.
And Cameron clearly is like, nah, I don't care. Even though he has won.
Yeah, his movies get nominated all the time.
The Avatar movies got nominated and Titanic won.
Titanic was definitely an Oscar grab movie. So I don't think he's being he's downplaying the fact he's done that.
Yeah.
But I also think, he's capable of doing these great like Titanic type movies. But generally his dialogue and some of his stuff is kind of hokey and cheesy.
Yeah.
Whereas Spielberg usually hits a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
man, it's tough.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Let's find out what the listeners thought. News from the nation.
It's time for news from the nation.
It's time for news from the nation.
It stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
Steve Morrison checking in saying, I think the most important thing in this thread is what Doomsday trailer is shown before Avatar. If it's just the teaser, people will riot. It was just the teaser.
It was just the teaser.
And I was underwhelmed. I like it. I don't like it. Show me a better teaser. Wes Cranford checking in says, I took my kids to see it this weekend. I did enjoy the film, and surprisingly, the length didn't bother me. But like the others, I'll not remember any of it. LOL. I did like the Ash people, though. I was glad I saw it in the theater in 3D, and I will say the visuals are still amazing.
Okay. You called him Wes, but his name is Benjamin Wesley Cranford.
That's his full name, but he goes by Wes.
He Wes
does Cranford. I think so.
Okay.
Wes, let us know.
Yeah, Ben.
Ben,
let us know. Ben Wes. Wes, let us know, Ben. And then finally, Jose Ibarra. He says, starts with Avatar, my tired ass. My cheeks were sleeping by the end. Way too long. Amazing visual effects. But other than that, not much new. It wasn't terrible, but I'll probably never see it again like the other two. Can Cameron just listen to Rug Boy already? Stop making these movies.
Oh, shit.
When I went to the Alamo, I ate, get this, the movie was so long.
Yeah.
That I ate an entire pizza by myself.
Nice.
And then and then I ordered a Red Bull to stay awake.
What, like a 16-inch? How big was the pizza? Like
it was probably like for two people.
I could have finished that in like 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I finished it pretty quickly, but I was just like, I'm going to be here for a while.
You could have ordered so much food during this movie at the Alamo. They must have made hundreds of dollars.
I would have rang up. But yeah, if I ordered as much as I really want, I would have rang up a $150 bill. But I was like, I'm not trying to ring up a bill that big at a movie theater.
Be like, let me get the mac and cheese. Now bring me a burger. Let me get the ribs. Now bring me a pizza. Let me get a milkshake.
I mean, the people next to me, there's people. I mean, they must have had 4 or 5 alcoholic drinks.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, they were still pretty silent. But I'm like, geez, how do you not? First,
they're making a night of it.
You'd have you could
like,
drink.
I'm gonna get drunk in this chair.
You could get drink so much. Every time they say Navi, drink.
I mean,
drinking game.
You go to a normal theater, that's almost a 4-hour time in that chair.
Yeah.
The ash cheeks gotta be really just.
It is butt numbing for sure. I didn't have to.
They gotta have like an intermission. You can't.
I had my large popcorn and soda, and I didn't have to pee once.
Really? Because you were so riveted.
I was so riveted. I was there. I didn't want to leave Pandora.
What kind of drugs were you on?
Did Frankenstein have an intermission? I think it did.
Oh no, Frankenstein didn't.
At the theater, I saw it though.
I did. I was on all the drugs. No, I wasn't even that lit. Like in the movie, made me feel like I was high. Anyways, let's finish with some. What are we watching? Anthony, you watch anything else?
No, it's been a busy week. I've been traveling, so I haven't been able to really sit down and watch anything. I will plug, though, that I'm watching this week The Secret Agent, which is starring Wagner Moura.
Oh, yeah. I heard that's really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Seeing that really tomorrow. Good. And then I think we're just a quick tease. We will be reviewing Marty Supremes, obviously.
Yeah, that'll be coming up. Okay, Ruggs, we turned in a Patreon review.
Yeah, I watched Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man.
Have you seen all three?
Last week.
Yes, I have.
All right, I'm curious your thoughts.
How many have you seen, Anthony?
I've only seen the first one. I still haven't seen the second one.
Okay, Ruggs, what'd you think of the newest one?
I enjoy all of these. They're all like, this one was a little long.
Yeah. Yes.
But it's a good little one. I mean, it's not as like gripping as the other ones, but I kind of like this because it had some existential bullshit thrown in there about faith and belief and
a lot of Catholic Church shit.
A lot of Catholic shit, which was interesting.
It's sufficiently twisty.
Yeah.
And when they show you the murder, you're like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah,
did you
that was
figure it
like
out?
I figured things out. I'm like, there was like some switcheroo when he went in there.
Yeah.
And I just didn't figure out what the switcheroo was. And the way that they explain it was so like flimsy that he had like that thing on him.
Yeah,
the whole
don't spoil
time.
it.
Yeah,
I did not see who.
And I was like, really?
Who actually did it? I thought was surprising at the end. I was like, oh fuck, I didn't see
right?
that
Yes,
coming.
yeah. You never would have guessed it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I had a good time with it, and I think if you like these movies, you should check it out.
They're solid mystery movies, like a kind of genre that nobody's really doing. Anthony, I would check out the second one. This one's pretty good too.
All right.
It is a little too long. I will agree. It's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be that long.
Doesn't need to be. But I got two things I want to mention. I just randomly checked.
I have something too, but
what else you got?
I watched the new Dave Chappelle.
So I didn't watch this yet. I just saw it came out on Netflix. How is it?
He's just talking.
Oh, really?
He's not really doing lots of jokes. He's doing a lot of he's doing jokes, but they're not like jokes. They're he's more like just doing observations of like the way the world is and the shit that he sees. It's good.
It's good.
It's got a couple of good ones, but he's talking a lot about the fact that he went over to Saudi Arabia.
Right. That whole thing.
And people gave him shit for it.
Yes.
So a lot of time is spent on that.
Yeah, that was a big thing with all those stand-ups that came back.
There's a little Charlie Kirk mentioned in there.
I saw that bit.
Oh,
the Charlie
what's
Kirk
it called?
MLK bit.
The Unstoppable. Dave Chappelle, The Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Well, I will see your Dave Chappelle stand-up, and I will raise you a new Kumail Nanjiani stand-up on Hulu. So,
Jesus Christ, a clip of that.
It's so on brand. He leans into it so much.
First of all, Kumail, this was shot at the Vic Theater here in Chicago, where he started. And he hasn't done stand-up in 10 years. So it was cool to see him come back to Chicago. It's fucking really funny. I thought his stand-up I always loved, and he hasn't done it in a while, and his return is great. Hilarious shit. The clip you sent, you watched that clip, right, Anthony?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, it is an amazing bit about the fact that he got jacked, and he goes, somehow I became the first person to be mocked for getting buff. He's like, when did you change the rules? He goes on this whole tirade. And he's like, you know what? I'm keeping this body because fuck you. Because I'm sure you'd want me to see me go back to the old way. But fuck you. I'm not doing it. I'm going to stay jacked. Because I haven't smelled cake in years. I'm staying this way. It's really funny.
He was talking about the Eternals too and how everybody telling him that the movie sucked.
Yes, he talks. He doesn't mention the movie, but he's like, everybody knows what this movie is, and it kind of fucked with me, and I had to go to therapy because I was in a bad movie. And then he brings up like social media comments and addresses them. I thought this stand-up was a fucking great set. It's really funny. I was crying.
I might check it out.
You should watch it. I had tears in my eyes.
I didn't know where it was on, so I couldn't.
It's on Hulu, and it's very good. And then the last thing I randomly checked out this on Netflix, there's a Korean movie called The Great Flood, right? And I'm like, oh, a disaster movie, a Korean disaster movie. This sounds great. And it starts like a disaster movie. It's about this woman and her kid, and they're living in this high-rise fucking huge buildings on the 3rd floor. And an asteroid has hit the planet. The ice caps have melted. and rising floodwaters are coming in really fast. Like the water gets up to the 10th, 11th, 12th. They got to climb up. And as they're climbing, giant waves come and fucking knock people off. And she's trying to get up and escape the water. Now, it starts out as a disaster movie. It turns into something akin to, it's like Edge of Tomorrow meets The Matrix meets fucking Interstellar. There's AI humanoid people. She goes to space at one time. It gets fucking trippy in the second half of this movie to where I was like, what the fuck? I was not expecting any of this. I thought this was just a flood disaster movie.
He's like, this weed is good.
Yo, it was fucking, this movie is trippy as shit because she, at one point she's wearing this shirt and it has a series of numbers on it. And then they keep showing the same incident, except the shirt, the numbers keep going up and the number is higher. And you're like, the fuck is going on here? And so it's very trippy and twisty and unexpected. It's a blend of genres. It starts as a disaster, but turns into like an Edge of Tomorrow, time loop, Matrix, simulation, something. It's wild. It was good just because and it's not that long. It's an hour 45, but it surprised me because I did not know what I was getting into. But fucking Koreans, man, you fucking doing some crazy shit over there. It's good. Anyways, next week, as Anthony just teased, our movie options are Marty Supreme. You know, we got Tim Chalamet. Have you seen his marketing for this movie?
It's been great.
It's crazy. Yeah. He's just picked the color orange and just been everywhere. There was an orange blimp over Los Angeles. He's in an orange jumpsuit. He was on the Jimmy Fallon show, and he was surrounded by 4 dudes in tracksuits with orange ball heads with like 3 X's on them. They were giant like orange ping pong balls. And like they didn't even reference the people. Nobody even said anything about it. They were just these ping pong head people next to him. What else have you seen him do there, Anthony?
Well, yeah, they had a bit where he was in a marketing meeting. He's like, we need a color.
Oh, right.
Let's just go with a circular orange.
He just picked up, like an orange ping pong ball. And it's almost like he's acting like Marty Supreme in a lot of these appearances.
Yeah, he's acting very like he knows best, and this is the way to do it.
So this will either like get people or turn people off. I think it's clever because the press tours to promote movies not working as well as they used to. You need to do something crazy on TikTok to get people's attention these days.
Well, you're also releasing it on Christmas after Avatar.
Yes.
Here's the other thing too: is this movie is the most expensive A24 movie ever, $60 to $70 million box office budget.
They're throwing more and more money at these movies as time goes on. Interesting. I think that marketing may actually work for this movie and help and get people like, what the fuck is this?
Well, some people, people everywhere everyone I follow that is into this shit says it's a great movie. And they say it's very uncut gems. Uncut
gems, yeah. So it's the other Safdie, and he's apparently not a likable character. But yeah, I've heard he's great in the movie, and the performances are great. It's a sports movie. It's about ping pong. The other thing coming out that I think is interesting is this Anaconda remake. Have you guys seen this trailer?
Yeah, I have.
This is, I think, the most cleverest, hilarious way to remake a fucking bad 90s Anaconda movie.
That movie's great, by the way, that 90s Anaconda.
With that one, Ice Cube, J-Lo, right?
Ice Cube and J-Lo and what's his face? Jolie's father.
Oh, John Voight.
John Voight just being super creepy.
Yeah, he's a great creepy bad guy.
Yeah.
But in this one, you have Jack Black and Paul Rudd looking to remake Anaconda in the forest with a snake, and then it becomes a big snake Anaconda movie. And the trailer is fucking hilarious. And it was refreshing to see like a silly comedy come out in the theater. So I'm really curious to know if that's any good, if it's going to be funny. But I think we'll be doing Marty Supreme, eh? That's the one.
Was that what did you go A as in like to ask our opinion? And
yes. My question was Anaconda or Marty Supreme next week.
I'm seeing Marty Supreme regardless.
Rugs, we're doing Marty Supreme.
What? Yes.
Any protest Marty Supreme?
No, I'd rather see Marty Supreme than Anaconda.
Okay.
Right. I think Anaconda's going to be funny, but if you like,
okay. Marty Supreme it is.
That's a layup. That's a layup of a film.
Yeah, Anaconda. I mean, it's a big one, and I want to see it. Other things to look out for, listener, Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 2, Episodes 5 through 7 will also drop on Christmas Day, and the Pluribus finale will be out by the time you hear this. And I will say the last episode was a little bit better.
It's still the most decompressed fucking show.
It's decompressed.
I'm so upset that the last episode is going to be that Manuso's finally fucking getting over there.
Manuso still hasn't got to fucking her. But they jump ahead a month. She's been alone. She wants the people to come back. There was some fun stuff. But I thought it was an improvement over the last 3 kind of really slow episodes. So I'm looking forward to the finale. Looking forward to Stranger Things. Looking forward to Marty Supreme. There it is.
Bukkake.
Anthony, what are you doing this week? Oh, you're going to be Marty Supreme. Anything else? And that other movie. Yes.
Yeah. And
Secret Agent.
It's my birthday this week. So
oh, shit. That's right.
Oh, shit.
You're the day before or after Christmas?
I'm the day after.
Christmas, yeah. I remember that.
So.
Whoa, the jock's getting closer to my age. I like it.
Well, I will never get close to your age because you're always going to be
No, I stopped aging. You will catch up. I stopped aging.
20 years older than him.
That's not how that works, Imran.
You're close to my age when we started this podcast. That's what I'm enjoying.
There you go.
He's going to be one of us. Ruggs, where can the listener find you online?
Oh, yeah. I'm on X. You can find me at Rug Boy Show.
Yeah, give him a follow.
I'm so entertaining on X.
In the meantime, listener, check out our website, jockandnerd.com. That's where you can find all the links to connect, to support the show. Most important thing, share this show as a Christmas gift to your loved ones. Just send it to your grandma. Send it to the mailman. Post it on the internet. That would be our Christmas gift from you. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the Nerd.
We'll peep you next time.
Say hi to your mom for me.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
You play with your balls a lot.
My balls was hot.
Jock and Nerd